Johnny here. Right now I'm in the beautiful Hunza Valley, and in this short film I'm going to talk about tourism in Pakistan. To say Pakistan is close to our hearts would be a master understatement. It was here in the late 90s that the whole idea for Wild Frontiers came about, and it was through these amazing mountains that we ran our first trip. Of course, the world and our business has moved on a long way since then, but we still feel this is a country that offers the adventurous traveller an extraordinary travel experience. Pakistan is a large country. From Karachi in the south to the Khunjerab Pass leading to China in the north, it stretches over 2,000 kilometres and is home to some 200 million people. And although we have recently put on a new tour that focuses on the south, and in particular the amazing sites of the Indus Civilization that blossomed in these parts some 5,000 years ago, for most, tourism to Pakistan will focus on the north. A great access point to this region is Lahore. As the cultural capital of the country, it's a fascinating town steeped in history with a plethora of great sites to visit, including the famous Lahore Museum, the Mughal Fort and Badshai Mosque, the Old Town and the beautiful Wazir Khan Mosque. 4 hours drive north of Lahore is the nation's new capital Islamabad, with its spectacular Faisal Mosque, and from here the mountains of the north really begin. And what mountains they are! The 3 largest mountain ranges on earth converge here, setting a backdrop to one of the most spectacular journeys you're ever likely to take, as you swing from the Hindu Kush through the Karakorams to the Himalayas. The first place of interest is Chitral, an ancient mountain kingdom until very recently cut off from the rest of the country for 6 months of the year. This region is a great place to kick off your trip to the north. The town boasts a famous old fort, scene of the British siege of 1895, a spectacular mosque, and games of frontier polo, a sport locals will tell you originated here. The region is also home to the Kalash, an ancient people that inhabit 3 narrow valleys that buttress up against the Afghan frontier. As the last of the pagan tribes that inhabit the Hindu Kush, the Kalash claim descendancy from the armies of Alexander the Great and are known for their festivals of dancing and singing, and represent a true highlight of any trip to the country. From Chitral town you can take one of the most spectacular road trips anywhere in the world, as you travel up the Masdouj River Valley, at the top of which lies Afghanistan's Wakhan corridor, and on over the Shandor Pass. As a watershed between Central Asia and the Indian subcontinent, the 3,800-metre Shandor Pass is a great place to walk, have a picnic, or just sit back and enjoy the views. From here you will drive on through Gilgit, where you'll see relics of the region's Buddhist past, before driving on up the famous Karakoram Highway, or KKH as it's locally known, to one of the most beautiful places anywhere on earth, the Hunza Valley. Besides just taking in the epic views, here you can visit the UNESCO-restored Baltit Fort, a building inspired by Tibetan architectural style, and the neighbouring Altit Fort, which commands such a dramatic position above the Hunza River. You can go for walks both through local meadows and on nearby glaciers, and there's also the new lake at Attabad, formed in 2010 by a massive rock slide on which you can take a boat ride. And from here, if not travelling on to China over the Khunjerab Pass, you can head still further east, following the Indus to Skardu. So what you can see behind me is the Indus River, one of 4 major rivers to start its life on the Tibetan plateau. The other 3, the Yangtze, the Brahmaputra and the Mekong, all flow east, but the Indus flows west, first of all heading through Indian-administered Ladakh before entering northern Pakistan. Here in Skardu, as you can see, it's wide and flat and very calm. But a few miles south of here, it crashes through a series of narrow gorges for almost 500 kilometres before emerging onto the plains of the Punjab and Sindh and finally entering the Arabian Sea. It's a journey of approximately 3,200 kilometres, making the Indus Asia's 3rd longest river. If you want to go trekking, this region offers the best hikes anywhere in the world, ranging from 3 to 4 day walks to the epic K2 Concordia trek. And conversely, the region also boasts some of the North's best hotels at Shigar Fort and Kaplu Palace. It's also where the Wild Frontiers Foundation built its first school. It was in these rugged mountains that Wild Frontiers was born, and now, almost 2 decades on, in my opinion, Pakistan is still one of adventure travel's best kept secrets.